grandfather, he went to the Rochester Business Institute and worked at an electric shop. At the end of the Second World War, he was approached with a number of other American Jewish businessmen in industrial businesses to get involved in smuggling arms to Palestine. And he was involved in a clandestine effort in the late 40s until he was arrested by the FBI. The people he was involved with on the Israeli side turned out to be a very interesting bunch, and the people who we grew up knowing, which was Teddy Kollek, Golda Meir, and Abba Eban. My grandfather was very involved in the Rochester Jewish community, and he was very involved in the United Jewish Appeal from its beginning. My mother came to Rochester when she married my father. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until my youngest brother started first grade at Hillel School, and then she went back to complete her college education. Got an education in fine arts at RIT, and eventually limited her artwork and practice to doing ritual arts and Jewish ritual arts. She was very involved in the concept of Hidur Mitzvah and in terms of making the observance of things more beautiful and meaningful. My father was involved, together with Elie Wiesel, founding something called the National Jewish Center for Learning and Leadership. Out of his involvement with Elie at that point, he became very interested in his own Hasidic heritage, going to Farbrengen in Brooklyn and deciding that we should have this in Rochester.
Neil decided to be one of our founding supporters. He was someone who cared very, very deeply about the Jewish community. He and his wife Sharon were a power couple in the Rochester community, and when I was able to tell people in the beginning that the Noris are supporters, that impressed people, and that helped us a lot. Neil Nori paid for the giant steel menorah downtown.
My father really believed in what Chabad does here, which is taking each member of the community at full value where they are, and that anything and everything anyone does to be involved is a positive plus. I think that's what's been attractive to him. I think that's what's attractive to me. The Rebbe's philosophy that every mitzvah matters. I strongly believe, as Chabad believes, that one has to find positive, value-added reasons for people to want to engage in having a Jewish life. Chabad does things in the Jewish community that are, for 1,000 years, important hallmarks of a community and what we do that nobody else does anymore. If you go to any Jewish funeral in Rochester, there's a Chabadnik sitting on the side of the cemetery to wait until the grave has been filled. And people in the long-term hospital get visited, and everybody gets visited on Friday and on Chagim. And if you were in prison, you'd be really glad that Chabad existed. And it gets done quietly and caringly and modestly. I think that you're going to see people be a lot more a la carte in their approach to what they do. They like the hands-on learning that they get at Chabad in Loaves of Love or Women's Torah Study or a men's night or whatever it is. I think so long as every mitzvah matters, things are going to continue to go well, and that there are a lot of people who feel that way.